Feeling is not the secret. It isn't. Feeling is a part of the overall secret, but it's not the secret, you know? And I feel like a lot of the time we sit there and we listen to these people who make these videos and we think in our minds like they must be telling the truth because they're quoting Neville Goddard and they must know what they're talking about. And how I feel is what that ends up doing is it ends up constricting you in your life. Like if you're anything like me, when I get told like, oh, your thoughts are creating your reality, so I'm gonna continue to be an observer of my thoughts and I'm gonna keep my eye on my thoughts and make sure that I'm kind of policing what comes in and what goes out and what media I'm consuming and whatever else, you know? And then at times what ends up happening is you might have a little bit of intrusive thinking, a little bit of intrusive thoughts that pop in here and there where you're like, oh my God, I accidentally thought of something bad. What if that happened? And then it becomes the same way with your emotions, and then you're like, oh my God, I felt really bad today, I felt really angry today, I had intense emotions today that weren't positive. And it's like, as a woman, I have a cycle. Sometimes I'm not gonna have a great time, okay? Mia's not gonna be nice, love, light, joy, fairies, rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns all the fucking time. I'm just not going to be. It's unrealistic to kind of expect that from people, and it's unrealistic to want that or to be that at all times in order to believe that you can manifest the life of your dreams or the things that you want out of your life, okay? Just stop and look at people that have what it is that you want and ask yourself, are they happy all of the time? Are they at peace all of the time? Are they love, light, joy all of the time? Are they completely healed? Have they healed their inner child entirely? Have they forgiven themselves for all their past sins and mistakes? Have they? Probably fucking not. They're probably still dealing with their traumas, okay? There are people that have their SP who are in successful relationships where the relationship itself is very healthy, but they still argue. They still have disagreements. I'm a psychology student. I'm pursuing a BS in psychology right now with a business admin minor. I already did schooling for about 3.5 years, and now I'm back to finally graduate. I want to move on to get my license in therapy and be able to get my master's in counseling, but also get an MBA. I'd like to do a double master's. A little cute situation. And I'm going to be able to do it. I know that I am. And one of the things that we talk about is self-fulfilling prophecies, right? It was brought up in one of my courses recently, and it was essentially the idea that what you believe you are, you will be, okay? Some people have growth mindset and some people have a fixed mindset. If you're someone with a growth mindset, you already believe in your mind, okay, well, I'm not good at this skill, but you know what I'm gonna do in order to get better at this skill? I'm going to practice this skill consistently. And just because I don't quite know how to do it yet, just because I haven't quite mastered it, that's not going to stop me. I know the only way to become a master is to keep going. That person is a growth mindset. And someone who has a fixed mindset, they're already thinking, oh my God, I don't know how to do that. I'm probably not going to be good at it because I don't already know how to do it. So I'm probably not even going to try. And they come up with all of these excuses to not do what it is that they want out of life, okay? People with the self-fulfilling prophecy, we all have one. Some people's stories are much more, I'd say, consistent than others. Like some people have a consistent story where they're wealthy, they're healthy, they're amazing, they attract all the love and the light that they want in life. People are kind to them, people respect them, they deserve that respect, they believe that they're worthy of abundance and wealth. And then there's some people who on the flip side are like, I come from poverty, I don't have anything, money is evil, money is rooted in evil, there's no way that I can get all that money. So all those people had a leg up. Everyone that has money only has it because their family gave it to them, or they're lucky, or they have a sugar daddy, or they have a talent that they were already born with that I just don't have. They have these consistent stories that they believe. My SP will never love me because I'm just not pretty enough. Whatever it is that they think in their mind, the story is so loud that it continues to manifest in their life, okay? And then you tell these same people, you're feeling how you feel consistently is exactly what will continue to manifest in your life, and then you completely crush them. Because when I say these people, I'm talking about the latter, the people that I said have a bad mindset, who are probably a little more fixed in place, okay, who don't believe that they can change or grow or whatever else, okay? Those individuals, you tell them, your feeling will continue to manifest in your life. So if you're angry, rageful, sad, whatever, you will continue to have things that give you that feeling. Now, is that a lie? No. But is that the whole truth and nothing but the truth? No, it's not the whole truth, okay? It's murkier than that. There's more nuance to that, okay? It's not everything's black and white. There's a lot of gray, even in manifesting. Sure, it's like what you want you can create, but a lot of time it's who you are and who you believe yourself to be will continue to create, correct? So if you believe in your mind, I am worthy and deserving of abundance, riches, love, kindness, respect, a joyful, peaceful life of harmony, and everything is working out in my highest good, in my highest favor. I'm kind to people. People are kind to me. I'm giving, and I have so much to give. And you believe that about yourself, it doesn't fucking matter if you're having a bad Tuesday. Like it really doesn't. It does not matter if you are pissed on Wednesday, crying on Thursday, pissed again on Friday. As long as you have a consistent, solid self-concept, the feelings that come and go in these cycles, whether that be because you're also experiencing a menstrual cycle, just like half the fucking population is, or because it's just who you are. Some days you're just not gonna have a great love, light, peace day. Like, people are gonna get on your nerves. And the crazy part is, really truly, when you lock in and hone in that self-concept, you're gonna have less of those days. Like, you 100% are gonna have less of those days, because you're not gonna be projecting as much. You're not gonna, like, you're gonna give people more the benefit of the doubt. You're gonna be generally more forgiving, because in your mind you're gonna be like, you know what, this life is easy. This is a good, easy life. That person in traffic that pissed me off they didn't inconvenience me all that much. It's no big deal. And you tend to kind of let things go better. So, I mean, yeah, to an extent, your self-concept will create these feelings. But to convince people that the feeling itself is what continues to manifest, I don't believe that to be true. I think that your life it's ups and downs in terms of your emotions and your feelings. But if your thoughts and beliefs and your self-concept is consistent, and you work on making it consistent, throw in a little bit of gratitude here and there, everything is going to work out in your highest good. Like, it is literally bound to, and there's no reason for it not to. All right. So I don't think Neville Goddard was lying when he said the feeling is the secret, but I do also believe that it isn't that cut and dry. And like, think of the best art you've seen in your life. Some of the best musicians in the world. All right. Some of the best painters in the world. Some of the best, like, creators in general in the world. They've created from a place of heartbreak, pain, sadness, anger. They created from a place of intense emotion. And those exact pieces of art is what continues to make their legacy stay alive. Why is that? It's because you can transmute these feelings. You don't have to think, oh, just because I was angry, or just because I was sad, or just because I felt ungrateful there for a minute, that suddenly that's going to manifest. Like, that's not true. That's not true. Transmute that energy. If you're someone who writes poetry, take your sadness and put it into your poetry. All right. And believe that it's going to be successful, because other people have experienced that before too. And the reason why it's going to be successful is because people can fucking relate to it. Same thing with YouTubers who post these videos with their hair disheveled and they're crying and they're like, my life sucks. Why do those videos go viral? Or people will have a title like, I'm 30 years old and I'm doing nothing with my life. I have a dead end job. And then that video will have 2 million views. Like, there's what I keep getting recommended recently of this guy who he's 30 years old and he works a dead end retail job. And that's literally the title. And that video alone had 1.2 million views the last time I saw it. Is that title reflect love, light, peace, forgiveness? No, it actually reflects something very sad. It shows the underbelly of our capitalist society. It shows things that a lot of us don't really, I don't want to watch that video. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to watch it. I keep getting recommended it, but I don't want to watch it because it's not my reality. It really isn't. I don't work a dead-end job. I'm happy in my life in a lot of ways. And I'm also not 30 years old. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to see it. But at the same time, I can understand why a lot of people would. So if you take what it is that you're enduring, even if you want to be a content creator or YouTuber, take what you're feeling. If you feel like that guy that I just said, make a video about it, talk about your experience, do a day in the life video. I've been watching day in the life videos of people that live in the projects. The only reason why I watch that is because I want to know more about it. When I work as a counselor down the line, those are the kinds of people I'd like to help. Those are the kind of people whose lives I want to change. So in my mind, I'm like, I want to know more about what it is your living conditions look like. Are you happy? How do you feel? You know? But in general, it's like you can take these intense emotions, you can create something beautiful out of them, not just through art and content creation, but also just through manifesting in general. You're motivated now. Why? Because you don't like your life, you feel angry all the time. Why is it you feel angry all the time? Get to the root of that problem. Fix your self-concept by consistently affirming the reality that you want for yourself. Consistently do this until finally you grow and your self-fulfilling prophecy becomes that of, everything works out for me no matter how I feel. And that's exactly what's going to happen. This idea that like you have to completely do a 180 on yourself. I literally ended up awakening my shadow, and now it worked out in my favor, all right? But I ended up awakening my shadow because for like 2 years I didn't allow myself to be angry. I didn't allow myself to be sad, because in my mind I was like, that's the only way I'm going to be able to manifest things, is if I'm not feeling that way. I ended up awakening this beast within me because I had this like deep-seated rage that I hadn't dealt with because I wouldn't allow myself to be angry. And it made no sense because I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm manifesting some of the best things and experiences and travels in my life. And I manifested my son, who's gorgeous. And I manifested a ton of really wonderful friends who, like, they're gonna be friends for the rest of my life with me and the rest of their lives. And it's like, I have some pretty awesome things, but at the same time, it made this dormant animal get worse almost, you know? So I reawakened this shadow of mine, and I had to deal with that for a good year and a half, I'd say. And it was not pretty, it was not fun. So it's like in my pursuit of manifesting the things that I wanted out of life, I ended up kind of it was like one step forward, two steps back, because I wasn't allowing myself to feel. Now I'm back in the game and I'm doing fine. What I'm trying to really convey here is, but this idea that you absolutely have to continuously feel great, wonderful, amazing to be able to have the life that you want, it's going to hinder you down the line. It really will, because you're suppressing things that you shouldn't be suppressing. Feel through your emotions. Take those emotions, transmute those emotions. They're powerful. Those intense feelings, they're there for a reason. Make the most of them, okay? Not all of us are going to be consistently joyful. It's just not. Maybe you are. Maybe you will have that in your life, and I hope that for you. However, I know myself, and I know that my sad emotions and my angry emotions, they're powerful. Whenever I take my angry emotions and I push it into affirmations, things change. When I take feelings of spite and wanting to prove someone wrong, and I put that towards a goal, maybe I'm reaching that goal. It's crazy. If I take my sadness and I put it into poetry, tremendous what I can create. Amazing what I can create. The heartbreak and pain that I've experienced in my life, the grief, the loss, I've been able to turn that into some amazing things. I have 18,000 followers on TikTok on an account called Mia the Fourth, if you want to follow it. I've reached 1 million likes, and that's all using very sad themes of the things that have happened in my life and feelings that I've had come up over the years, and use that to create incredible poetry that people love, people enjoy. It was authentic. That's another thing too, is you will see people's eyes kind of shift when you're talking to them, when you're in this like love and light and like all the time, and that's not who you naturally are, because they end up looking at you like, what are you trying to get out of me? Because they think you're faking it, because it's not that you necessarily are. It's like, it's just not authentic or genuine to who you are to your very core. Who I am to my very core, someone who feels intensely. I'm a very passionate person. I can be loud, you know, I can be intense. I can come off. To some people, I'm very polarizing. You're either really going to love me or you're really going to hate me. But it's like, because of all that being my authentic being, the universe knows when I'm lying, because the universe is me. I am the universe. It knows when I'm lying, babe. So when I really want something, I don't try to take my emotions and allow that to hinder me. I see it as, these are here for a reason. If I'm angry, it doesn't matter, things are still working out my favor. If I'm sad, it doesn't matter, things are still working out my favor. If I'm heartbroken, if I'm grieving, if I've just experienced really bad loss, it does not matter. Matter of fact, this is going to propel me to where I'd like to be. Okay, so whatever, that's all I have for you today. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you.